Hello everybody, welcome to Deluxe Collectibles, and today I'm going to be discussing whether or not I think the Ninja are going to end up retiring in 2022 in the Ninjago series, and specifically I'm going to discuss a few of the possibilities for each specific Ninja and how high of a likelihood I think there is for each and every one of them. Of course, there's a ton of discussion going on about how Nia's departure from the team is going to sort of affect each and every Ninja, and of course, two of the closest ones to Nia are of course Kai and Jay, and I think it's definitely going to affect them in quite a few different ways. I've talked about this in separate videos of how it can really propel each of their growth in different directions, though I think Kai could go on a bit of a darker path as a result of this, and I think Jay might try to keep the team together and try to be in search of Nia, so I think they could each go in sort of their own way. And even a weird sort of comparison is sort of to almost like Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles with Leonardo and Raphael. Just a small coincidence that Kai is also red like Raphael and then Jay is blue like Leonardo, but I think that maybe Jay will try to stick with the team, and I think that Kai will maybe go off on his own. But specifically retirement wise, I think that there's definitely a chance that the Ninja group might be kind of broken up by this. I don't know how exactly that will wind up going down, of course, but I definitely think it's going to have some sort of effect on the team and splitting them up. Now, I don't know specifically if they would of course retire permanently. Now, maybe for all we know, one of them, Kai, possibly. I think it's definitely a higher chance with him, just because of course that's his sister. I know that of course Jay and Nia were extremely close as well, being in a relationship with each other, but I just feel like Jay has that sort of optimism that I feel like is going to carry him through and kind of give him hope that he'll be able to still find Nia at some point or bring her back to the team. And I think with Kai, he's going to have more of maybe a pessimistic view towards it, and he's going to maybe be more apprehensive to trying to do this. Maybe he's going to think there's really no chance of this, so I'm just going to go off on my own, and then maybe somehow that will wind up leading him on a different path as well. And I think that could possibly maybe tie into even the villain of course, 2022, who we don't specifically know if it's going to be this, but most likely it'll end up being something surrounding the Vengestone buyer. So I'm wondering if maybe it can lead him towards that, and then maybe he'll have to get together with the Ninja team once again. So I think it's more of an idea of less so just permanent retirement for any of the Ninja team members, but maybe just more so them actually like splitting up and then kind of doing their own thing. Of course, this could involve other members of the team as well, Lloyd, Cole, of course, any of those other members, Zane as well. So I'm not sure how it's going to affect each of them individually. I've talked about this, I believe, in separate videos where maybe it'll cause them to reflect a little bit as well. Of course, there's been a lot of things that have happened to each member of the Ninja team. Let's say specifically Zane, even something more recent as let's say in season 11 with him becoming the Ice Emperor. I think that maybe something like that could wind up having an effect on him just mentally. I think that sort of we could see Ninjago enter into a bit of a darker tone for 2022. Of course, we've seen more serious tones in the series, such as like season 8 and 9, I would say, are some of the more darker tone ones, and I think that we could definitely see this sort of tone for the new season in 2022. So I think that would be kind of interesting to see, just sort of a shift in that, because most of the recent seasons have been quite a bit of fun. I would say like Master of the Mountain, maybe a little bit more darker in tone, I suppose, with what's going on, but something like Prime Empire I feel like is quite a bit of fun. So it definitely sort of shifts per season, I would say, and of course every season it's going to feel quite different. But I think with the note that we left it on at the end of Seabound, I definitely think that we're in for something that's going to be a bit more mature for the development of each member of the Ninja team, and maybe even how it will affect someone like Wu, let's say. Of course, Nia was one of his students, so how is that going to affect him? Of course, I imagine that he would feel a little bit responsible for that, possibly. So I'm wondering how they'll explore that as well with just every character really who has a close relationship to Nia. I think that it'll kind of throw ripples throughout all of them, so I'll be interested to kind of see how that winds up developing for each of them and what sort of growth they're going to go through. But I think primarily the main ones that they should focus on are Kai and Jay. I'm really curious to see a lot of growth for Kai, hopefully. I think that sort of sending him on his own would definitely be a cool idea to kind of do. do. And then Jay, of course, I think that you can kind of see how that will wind up giving him more growth as well. So I'm really curious to find out with all of this in 2022. But for now, those are just my theories for what I think will wind up happening as a result of course, Nia's departure. But for now, be sure to let me know all of your thoughts and opinions on this theory down below. Let me know your own theories and thoughts as well. So I hope you all enjoyed the video, and if you did, be sure to leave a like down below. Also subscribe as well if you would like to check out some of my other content. That would be highly appreciated. So thank you so much. I will see you all next time, and always remember, keep on collecting.